Talker topic now.
We do. I'm
Which
excited
is
about this.
the Browns.
And so
I disagree with you. Listen, I love Louis Riddick, your former friend. I totally disagree.
But his logic there is the play
Come on,
fake.
the Ravens just beat the Chiefs.
They did.
I mean, the Steelers beat the Bills week one.
But you're talking about the single most explosive player on this Browns roster.
And I love the Browns.
Well, we'll see. You know, the proof will be in the pudding.
I need popcorn. Oh, I have popcorn. If you tuned in yesterday, we had that little, what was it, a throwdown? It was Thursday, not the throwdown Thursday, but it was a little bit of a back and forth. So many of you left comments on our What's New Facebook page. Carolyn Vaughn says, hey, Betsy, love the arms folded, the screaming they were doing. Karen Santagata said it was awesome. That was just to name a few of them. So we decided to go for round 2 with Jay and Nick ahead of Sunday's game.
He came in so nervous today. He came in, he said, have you been researching this all day?
Well, I actually thought today I would actually start with an apology because I got a little bit crazy yesterday.
No, go for it. Are you kidding me?
I felt bad telling Jay on his own show how wrong he was.
No, listen, you weren't telling me how wrong I was. You were telling me how wrong my friend was because Louis Riddick is the guy that made the original statement.
Yeah, but didn't he agree with everything he said?
No.
He agreed with everything. He said, well, you know, my former friend and colleague, Louis Riddick, he's had NFL jobs, front offices.
I never
Your name dropped a little on me, and I got upset.
I never
get upset
what he was saying. I never co-signed. But I did try to explain. I used his explainer for what he meant. So here, let me fill you in. Odell Beckham Jr. back with the Browns this weekend. He's going to play when they host the Bears. Both teams 1-1, should be great. Just as we were running out of time yesterday, we got into that discussion. So if you missed it, I had mentioned that Louis Riddick of ESPN believes that when Odell Beckham comes back, the Browns, his words, will, quote, destroy the AFC North. Now, that does seem a bit strong, destroy.
That's what made me upset.
Right, I understand that. However, you disagreed with that.
Yeah, I got upset. I was thinking about it all night, actually.
Nice tie pocket square, by the way.
I appreciate that. I learned that from you.
Popcorn's phenomenal.
So tell us why you don't think the Browns are better when OBJ is on the field.
Well, no, now you're putting some words in my mouth a little. Well, I just said, I was more upset that we were told by Louis Riddick, your former friend and colleague at ESPN, that the Browns were suddenly just going to destroy everybody, as I told you in the clip that we even showed. I mean, the Ravens beat the Chiefs. The Steelers beat the Bills in week 1. I don't think it's time to write those teams obituaries yet. I don't think they're going anywhere at the present time. That's my only thing.
Yeah.
The only thing I will say on OBJ coming back to the Browns, my fear as a native Clevelander, born and raised, watched tons of Browns football.
Yep, we've seen.
I just don't want Baker Mayfield and the offense forcing everything around his return. This is a very good football team when OBJ is not on the field.
I agree.
That's my worry.
That happened last year.
Thank you, Betsy.
Yeah, he jumped out, and suddenly magical things started to happen.
They go to the playoffs and everything. And I don't want to liken it to what I'm about to mention where Brian Hoyer was forcing the ball to Josh Gordon. Remember that whole thing when they were 7-4? Yeah. I'm not comparing it to that. I don't want to go that extreme. But I also don't want to say, I just feel like run the football, hit the receiver that's open.
And they're still a running team.
Yeah, don't feel bad if you don't hit OBJ for a touchdown. Like,
I want to make one point.
This is about the Browns.
I want to make one point. Because much of what you're saying is...
Look, this is me and Betsy.
It's common sense.
This is good.
I'm in the middle. I'm having popcorn.
Oh, no, you're with
However, I will say this, and I want to give him the benefit of the doubt because it's hard for a player to change mid-career. You know, it's usually baked in the DNA at this point. I will say this. He said something yesterday that really caught my attention, Wednesday actually. He said he's in a really good space. And the implication was he's aware that he has been a negative drain on this team's energy.
Okay. A little maturity, you think?
I believe that. I don't know. I'm not ready to say that I believe him to be true.
Okay.
What I'm ready to say is I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt, and I'm going to give OBJ one more try.
Just
so it's a clean
one
slate
more
for you.
try.
Sunday
if
is
we
it.
see the remainder of his time in a Browns uniform, him on the sidelines with his finger in the face of an offensive coach or Baker Mayfield, or him pouting noticeably and making a scene.
Yeah.
He's done that in the past. We know he did that with the Giants. He can be that guy. I want to give him the benefit of the doubt.
I'm with you on that.
Let's keep those things off the TV cameras.
I just want to tell Odell Beckham Jr. the Cleveland Browns are a very good football team without you.
Oh, they are.
You can make them a great team.
That's it in the nutshell.
I want to go on record saying one thing. I'm a little bit
without
nervous about Sunday. I just want to go on record saying.
No, I am too because of Justin Fields. I think he's a different kind of quarterback.
Yeah.
Well, the good news is the forecast looks amazing.
That is great.
That is. We can do the over-under, whatever you want to do as far as the forecast goes. But generally speaking, we will have a southwest wind. Game start temperatures should be in the upper 60s. I think we're going to be right around 70 through the game time.
That's perfect.
With partly cloudy skies, it's just going to be fantastic. That southwest wind, not much of a factor for kickers or long receivers or any of that stuff. It does come in on that west end zone opening. So if you kind of look down to the west end zone, that southwest corner is open. And usually that's only a major concern when we go 25-mile-an-hour winds plus.
Yeah.